very manageable, 2nd and short.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Now they go screen. It's complete. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw is gone. Trying to lay one up deep. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up down the numbers. There he goes. The 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock it down for a loss. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. And this is going to be incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's fourth down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. They will go for it. Now Newton gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Snowing the fuck out
of it. Into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Newton now to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as a passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it on the side. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Throwing again is Newton. Escapes the sack. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read and it's picked off. And a big turnover. Back. The Steelers, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They go play action here on first down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, gone. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On second down, here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he's brought down after a good gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. A final shot before the break. Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw on second down is Newton. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, here's Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end. and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Watkins alone on the left side. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again?
Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. They used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come up in an offset eye. Gone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Goff on first down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's brought down. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Back now in Pittsburgh. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. First and 10, Goff. He's going to go for a big play. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Will Fuller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Goff Goff looking to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you...
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 1st down and goal to go from the 7. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're like him. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal.
So they were stopped trying to run the ball on first down. Now they take a sack on second down. The offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on the defensive coordinator because right now the defense has the advantage.
And defensively, they're going with a dime look here on 3rd and goal. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at the 2. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And the Panthers coming out now. And